Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us. Well, we're into the first week of October and the first week of the school holidays, so we're taking a good look at the forecast for New Zealand, and we're also going to the Northern Hemisphere where Japan being hit by Typhoon Trami right now, and then now there's another typhoon coming in behind it which could be hitting the same places by just the end of this week, so we'll update you on that. Let's start with the animated map for New Zealand, and we've got high pressure off to the northeast, encouraging a mild but cloudy, for some areas anyway, subtropical nor'wester. So it's warmer than average for some areas, although the nights are still a little cool. And in the south there's a small area of low pressure and a very gentle southerly for some areas as well. So by Tuesday you can see that South Island area of rain, or the rain that was moving up the west coast, that's it. It's pretty narrow and it falls apart. A lot of high pressure to the northeast and the northwest, so there won't be very much rain coming up to the north. A little windier further south out of that high pressure belt, and also a little cooler with a southerly coming in for Southland and Otago with a bit of rain and actually even a bit of snow up in the mountains. By Wednesday it's a little warmer down there with the nor'westers briefly returning, high pressure pretty much covering the country, so a fairly settled middle of the week. But by Thursday the remnants of what was that early season cyclone last week around the Solomon Islands, we've got some of the leftovers forming a new low pressure system just to our north. But at the moment it looks as though the high will win, or the high pressure belt will keep that away from us, but it is definitely one to watch. It's very close. But actually, over the next week, we're looking at most regions being drier than average. So that's a positive for the school holidays, maybe not so much for some of the farmers and growers. And it's a bit windier, which will encourage drier weather for a number of regions, although a little bit of patchy rain comes in on Thursday. By Friday, that little patchy rain moves up the South Island. It turns a little cooler with a southerly behind it. In the north, that subtropical low still very close. It could be coming in closer than that, but at this stage it looks like it is mainly out at sea. Unfortunately, the rain will be out at sea as well, although if you live in Gisborne and Hawke's Bay, you're not going to be too worried about that. It's been a bit wet there lately. And as we head in towards Saturday and the weekend, this belt of high pressure really coming in across the country. And notice there's a little bit of a change. Our highs have dropped south a wee bit. So you've got high pressure down here, and the lows, they're sort of around the North Island. There's one, two, and the other one's out around Perth, also coming in at that same level. All right, let's head off now to the Northern Hemisphere. We've got a couple of typhoons, and they are both going to be impacting Japan. The first one, Trami, is already over the top of Japan right now, bringing wind and rain for Monday. And then this new one, Kong-Rey, interesting name, that is formed and that is heading into the same direction. So we'll start with Trami. Here's the good news. This is the final update for the storm, and it is moving very quickly now away. So it'll zip across Japan and up and towards Russia over the next 12 to 24 hours. And then we've got Kong-Rey. This is going to deepen. It might become a super typhoon, just like Trami did for a time out at sea. It is rushing towards Taiwan and Taipei, also rushing towards Shanghai and China, but we think the brakes are going to suddenly come on, just like we saw with Trami, and a sudden sharp turn to the north and northwest, which takes it up towards South Korea and also, once again, Japan. So a very busy time up in the Northern Hemisphere. There is Kong-Rey, there is Trami, and of course also our thoughts are with the people of Indonesia, with the death toll there following the earthquake and tsunami at the weekend, getting closer to 1,000 people. So that is absolutely devastating. That is all from me. We don't have a video on Tuesday, but we are back again on Wednesday.